Joined now by head basketball coach Tom Wood as we embark on the final week of the regular season. We'll talk about that in a moment, but Coach, I got to ask you, how do you go 18 minutes and score one bucket?
You know, it was one of, I think if you stayed in the game long enough, anything, you'll see everything, you know, but it was an amazing situation where nothing was going right. We had layups we missed. I think we had 4 or 5 uncontested layups we basically missed. We had one situation where we actually stole the ball, wide open, missed the layup. Our guy followed up, missed that follow-up. Third guy followed, missed that. And, you know, it was just one of those situations. And I looked up on the shot clock, and not the shot clock, the scoreboard, and with 2 minutes ago, we had 5 points. And I'm thinking, well, this could go into Sports Illustrated or anyway, or something like that. But credit to our kids, the character of our players. They came back in the second half and took care of business, and we won.
Yeah, of course, that was the first 18 minutes on Friday night versus Cal State Stanislaus. While I'm listening, you know, I've got my wife talking to me in one ear, and I'm trying to listen, and I hear the lead was as big as 22. I assume the Jacks are cruising. They're down in Turlock because there's no way they would actually be down 22. Look, when things aren't falling, do you think maybe, geez, this isn't our night?
Well, I've had a lot of games, obviously, over my tenure where it wasn't our night, you know. But this team's kind of special in that, you know, I don't think they ever give up. I think it's a testament to our leaders that we have on the team. They certainly believe in themselves. But it crossed my mind that it was one of those days where you like to forget. And at halftime, we didn't do a lot of things. You know, everybody said, boy, you must have told the guys a great halftime speech. I really didn't say anything other than I thought we had the character to come back, and all we need to do is play the game right, be true to ourselves, and we did. We came out and went 7 for 7. So it changed, and all of a sudden the momentum and our feeling about the game was positive, and the rest is kind of history. We won.
Okay, you know, for Jody Gleason, she's in her 6th year, a lot of learning going on. 29 years later, do you have like a formula? Okay, we're down 10 playing like this, I know I'm going to yell at them. Maybe we're down 5 playing like this, I don't. Or is it just, you know what, you walk into each locker room, different ideas and different thoughts of what you're going to do?
I think the latter there. I think each game's different. You know, sometimes I think Steve, who's been my assistant for 20 years, gets a little gun shy. He thinks, you know, oh my God, what's going to happen here? But you know, it's just kind of a gut feeling you have. I know there have been games when we were up 15 or 20. I was very disappointed with our guys. So just kind of how the feel of the game, whether or not you're staying true to the game plan, and down there, you know, it wasn't going to do any good to yell at them. I think they all believed that they could come back. So when you got guys that believe that way, then there's no sense in pouring salt in the wound. Right. I remember walking into the locker room. Give me an example. We walk into the locker room, kids are already there. And Zach Tiedemann, our leader, he's out in the hallway patting them all, each guy on the backside saying, hey, let's go, we can come back from this. I'm thinking, well, if he believes, then I better believe.
All right, I like that. Having that said, this part of the season, a lot of times, are guys tired it's been so long, or with so much riding on the season, is that even a non-issue?
Well, physically, they're probably a little wore down a little bit, but, you know, if you're involved in a conference chase, that mental part of the game keeps you going, and I know we're tired, physically and mentally tired, but you know, there's some teams that are doing a lot worse, have no chance. I think they're probably beat up worse than we are. So, as long as you're fighting for something, as long as you got something to look forward to, I think these kids are so resilient, probably more so than the coaches. I think they can rejuvenate themselves overnight.
All right, 2 more games left in this regular season. I mean, I'm sure you can almost taste it. You're tied for first. It's going to be at Cal State East Bay, Hayward, and then a flight down to San Diego. How do you keep the guys focused on the task at hand and not look forward to, you know, the bonus, the postseason that is you're going to be awarded once this thing's over?
Well, I think it starts with reminding our team of the goals they established for themselves. One of them was to be a conference champion. You know, so it's just there. You know, you need to take care of business. You need to take care of one game at a time. One half at a time, one possession at a time, boil it down to its lowest denominator, and because sometimes you look at things in its totality, it's just too big of an elephant to eat. You know, you gotta take one step at a time. These guys are smart; they know where we're at. They read the websites, they know the standings, they know what our goals are, and they know that they gotta take care of business. So, pretty easy with this group to keep in the moment.
All right, a question I probably should ask you next week, but it's on my mind right now. Conference tournament. You've got 1 week of the regular season, then the conference tournament. You're 2 games away from being there for first place. Having that said, with the conference tournament, you almost have to reprove yourself again. So after a few years, you've done it both ways now. Are you a conference tournament guy, non-conference tournament guy?
Honestly, I put more value in what you do in a regular season because it's a body of work. Having said that, almost all conferences have conference tournaments, and it's a big deal. It's like, it's like Halloween. Everybody gets excited for it. But at the same time, we haven't done very well in it, so we got to prove ourselves. We have the great honor of being able to host it, and so it adds that much to it. So I believe this year I better get my act together, get a little more excited about the conference tournament, and put more onus on it. But as you said, we could take care of it this week first.
Right.
But once we get there, then it's going to be fun having it here.
All right, you're going to play at UC San Diego. Needless to say, it's a tough place to play. On paper, a team you should easily beat. We know better than that. What do you have to do looking forward to that final game of the year at Cal State, or excuse me, the university folks down there, UC San Diego?
Well, we got to handle the logistics of this trip. Driving to East Bay and then flying down, that's going to be new. But I think our guys are used to traveling. If you've been in Humboldt for any length of time,
it's part of the deal, right?
Yeah, it's part of the deal. It's what you come up with. But they obviously got a premier player in Jordan Lawley, who's a leading scorer. Everything goes through him, and if you don't stop him, he can beat you single-handedly. We're going to have to put a lot of emphasis on guarding him, and then just see if we can't muster up that all-important energy second night on the road. If we do that, I think we're in good shape.
All right, Coach, I know last week traveling down Turlock, Chico, this week, and you're going to be down 29 years later. I bet you're going to miss those bus rides all over California, huh?
Not going to miss that. Like I mentioned before we went on air here, my list of things that I won't miss seems to be getting longer. The list of things that I will miss stay the same.
Coach, the best was the last home game. You guys won that title against San Bernardino, and the grin looked just ear to ear. You were a happy guy. Seems like you were really taking things in and enjoying them.
Right now, no regrets.
All right, Tom Wood, JB Mathers, we're back with more on you right here on Humboldt State Tonight.
When you're enjoying the great Pilsner taste of a Miller Lite, do you ever think about the way it's triple hops brewed? I mean, you're out there with a few friends, drinking a Miller Lite. Does the fact that we add hops at 3 different times during the brewing, instead of all at once, ever cross your mind? Yeah, that's what we thought. But go ahead and enjoy that great taste anyway. Triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
Miller Farms is a full-service nursery that's brimming with color. You'll find everything from beautiful plants to gardening supplies and landscaping equipment. Miller Farms staff is incredibly knowledgeable and always available to help even the most novice of gardeners. Their giftware section is full of wonderful and whimsical cards, garden ornaments, and so much more. From fountains to plants and trees to gardening supplies and specialty workshops, you'll find it all in one special place at Miller Farms on Central Avenue in McKinleyville.
Do you like authentic New York-style pizza? Come down and enjoy Big Pete's Pizza in Arcata on the corner of 15th and G Street, or our new Eureka location off the 101 on 5th and R Street. Big Pete's has 12 beers on tap, 10 big flat-screen TVs, and arcade games for the kids. Call us up for delivery anytime and let us bring you the finest pizza the North Coast has to offer. That's right, we deliver. Call us in Arcata at 826-1890 or in Eureka at 441-1151.
Time now to give away some free pizza courtesy of Big Pete's Pizza, Eureka, and Arcata. If you know the answer to the question, send your answer to jb@jbmathers.com. A winner will be chosen. They will get a free pizza pie. I'm a pepperoni guy, but that's another story. Okay, question. Name the 3 conferences that make up the West region. Humboldt State is part of one of them and has been part of the other 2. Again, send your answer to jb@jbmathers.com.